Coming from Neanderthal foreskin diddlers.
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah. Of us.
Such a creative audience I have.
I beg your pardon?
Such a creative audience I have.
Certainly. Christians, those who have Christ within, are not necessarily against sexuality or free speech or anything else. Those who have to be spoon-fed somebody else's thought generally are. Those who are fed by the Spirit generally aren't.
For this area than anyone else, just for the fact that the people that are calling in, what's the organization, the NSC?
NFD.
NFD?
Uh-huh.
They're the type of people that...
They made a great effort to get people who weren't even members of the organization to show up.
Right.
What they did is they tempted school children with free pizza to get them to come out and pick at the house of someone who is a publisher, or not a publisher, a magazine distributor in the area. But the head guy, Donald Wildman, who I will now refer to as Donald Wildhair, who lives in Tupelo, Mississippi, decided to get on Howard Stern's case. Howard Stern is a New York...
I'm very familiar with him.
Okay, well, Stern works out of New York City for the benefit of those who are not familiar with him, but his show is also broadcast, simulcast in Philadelphia. And Wildman decided to go after Stern for some strange reason in Philadelphia. And here's a man who lives in Tupelo, Mississippi, with his massive organization that he claims to have. He got about 60 people to write letters to the Federal Communications Commission, again, most of whom were not even in the Philadelphia area, to complain bitterly about what Howard Stern was doing in the morning in Philadelphia. Well, the organization is headed by a handful of men such as Wildhair and Caton here in the Tampa Bay area who are publicity seekers. These are the people who picketed Channel 13 when they already knew they were taking Dr. Ruth off. These are the people who picketed the 7-Eleven when they already knew in advance that 7-Eleven was going to pull Playboy and Penthouse. They're publicity seekers. Nothing more, nothing less. And they're so crazed with giving the illusion of power. This time, though, they've made a mistake. They've made a big mistake. Because nobody's planning on taking me off.
I think they're trying to put up a facade that they really have a big following. And I've been to church numerous times and have never, ever heard anything about it. Ever. In any church group that I've been involved with.
No decent church group would want any affiliation with these people.
Well, I think there is one, Bob. I think there is one in Tampa. I think it's the Association for Satanic and Animal Sacrifices. I think they would be very interested in hearing from these people.
It's rather amusing. The church that allows them to use their basement or rec hall, whatever it is, for their monthly meetings, disavows association with them. You call up that particular church and they'll say, no, we have nothing to do with them. We just let them use the hall. But we have nothing to do with them.
Well, listen, Bob, I just wanted to give you a call. Good luck, and I really hope your broadcast stays on the air. I'm sure it will.
Thank you very much. Al in Tampa. Hi, Al. You're on the air.
Yes, I'd like to name it the National Federation for Noodle Gazers.
Ooh, I love that. Noodle.
You know what a noodle gazer is?
Well, no, I don't, but it sounds delicious.
No? No, when you were in gym class when you were a kid?
Yeah.
You were in the shower, there was always somebody in the corner gazing at noodles.
Gosh.
That's what those guys are.
Oh, I love that. That seems very apropos. Ain't that the truth?
Wondered other. Do you know what, this is a joke for Mr. Tampon. Do you know the smallest animal in the world, what it is?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't.
A nit and a nut of a gnat.
Okay.
I figured I'd give that one to you to go into the news with.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaime.
From 5 till 9.
9 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock, Thursday, the 22nd day in the month of October, 1987. Welcome back, hour number 2 of the Bob Lassiter Show, the talk of Tampa Bay, WFLA. Okay, it has already started. It has already started, boys and girls. You see, the NFD wants me to roll over and play dead because they don't like me. They want me fired. They want me run out of town on a rail. And we've had at least one report of an unpleasant call to a client. Well, Mr. Caton, if you're listening, tell you what I'm going to do, buddy. I'm going to give you the second break of your life. I know where you live. I know where you work. I know what your phone numbers are. Have I made myself real clear, Mr. Caton? I mean super clear. You want to play hardball, boy? I'll play hardball with you. all day and all night long. Todd in Tampa, you're on the air at WFLA.
Yeah. My name's Todd.
Yeah, and I know you're calling from Tampa, right?
Yeah. My name's Todd.
Yeah, and I know you're calling from Tampa, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
And, if you want to insult my mother, well, I'll kiss your boot.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
And the only people that are...
Get off my phone, you jerk. Margo, you're on the air at WFLA.
Hello?
Hello.
I talk to Bob?
You are. One of our swifter listeners.
Oh, yes, hello?
Yeah.
You know, Bob, I don't think the people have any complaint about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Bill.
All right. The thing is...
What did the guy that answered the phone tell you to do, Bill? Told you to turn your radio down, didn't he? I'm going to give you a break of a lifetime, and I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do it.
Well, all right, it's down now. Is it all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to say one thing. That you can say whatever you like to say. There's no doubt about that, but you're on the wrong hour. I mean, a lot of kids listen to the show.
Oh, give me a break.
No, that's the truth.
Yeah, right. A lot of kids listen to the show.
Children 9, 10, 11 years old saying they should rub their penises together. Is that nice for kids to listen to?
I didn't tell people to rub their penises together, did I, Bill?
Oh, I don't know. I just heard it on the show.
Oh, you don't know? Well, make up your mind, Bill. Which one is it? Do you have a mind, Bill?
It must have been your show because that's... I listen to the show. I want to hear the stock reports in the news.
Yeah.
Occasionally, but you're right. I can turn it off anytime I want to, but children do listen.
Oh, children listen to my show.
That's, I think, what the whole thing's about.
Oh. Yeah. Moron.
Todd, I finally got a hold of you. You're on the right track, buddy. Now, I want to say something to the people out there who are calling up and they're all angry because of what the NFD is doing. Tell them to get out and counter-protest. I've been doing it. Every time those guys gather and I hear about it, I'm on the other side of the street with a sign that says freedom of speech or censorship is unconstitutional. Every time that I hear about it, I'm out and counter-protesting them. So tell these people to get off their dead behinds and get out and do something about it if they're so offended. Okay?
Well, it's a waste of time, Chris. I've told people to do it before, and I know better in my heart people won't.
Bob, what would I have to do to convince you to mount an opposition protest at their next demonstration?
Oh, we're not going to mount an opposition protest at their next demonstration, but if I get one more report of a client being called, we're going to be at Caton's house.
Hey, I'm all for that, baby. I will be right behind you, and I'll bring the rest of my staff.
And then the next day, we're going to be at Caton's place of business.
Okay, Bob, one more thing, quickly. I'm going to send you an underground paper, and every issue that we put out of this, it has at least a full-page article on God's Nazis, and I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Thank you much, Chris.
Thank you, Bob.
99 Hillsboro 461 in Sarasota. Hi, you're on the air.
How you doing, Bob?
Fine, Jim.
Hey, hang on a second. I got to put down my bowl of SpaghettiOs here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm 8 years old, and I listen to your show all the time. No, just kidding. Anyway, I don't for dork.
Vote for dork.
Put me down for dork for those folks.
The National Federation of Dorks.
Absolutely.
After the hour of 2 o'clock, I'm Bob Lassiter.
Show. This is what you missed.
I speak the truth.
I speak the truth.
Of course, people like you hide behind, you must be Jewish, you hide behind that word anti-Semite.
See, Mary Beth, you are so nuts from reading the Spotlight that you just bend over backwards to try to justify your craziness.
I speak realistically, and the Jews hide it. The media is not allowed to print all that's going on over there in Israel, and you know it, Dick.
Mary Beth, you are on drugs, dear.
Dick Norman, weekday mornings, 9 to noon, only on 970 WFLA.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Stephen.
Nazis full of diaper droppings.
Nazis full of diaper droppings.
Right. Ralph.
You're very right, Stephen.
I'm enjoying the conversation, and when you're ready to picket his house, count me in.
Well, Stephen, there are just all kinds of interesting possibilities. For example, that church that allows him to use their facilities. A lot of business people at that church.
That's getting at their free speech. I hate to be kicked out of
kind of interesting thoughts, though, aren't they?
I mean, I'd hate to have someone picket the Unitarian Universalist Church because they let the nuclear freeze people meet there. I'd rather go to the house because I think that gets him a little closer. The neighbors get mad at him.
He didn't do it, did he?
No, he didn't.
I definitely...
He's a little man who thinks he has a hell of a lot more power than he does. He doesn't know what power is, but he's going to find out.
Well, I'm behind you. If, anytime I see anybody being stepped on for their constitutional rights, I'm there right beside them. So I'm here for you, too, if you need me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Line open in Pinellas.
I'd like to tell you, I've never picketed any place in my life, but I'd love to try. So you just say the time and the date, and I'm ready. I'm sick and tired of these people trying to censor everything in our life. That's all I've got to say. You just announce it, and I'll show up.
Okay, Steve.
Okay?
Counting on you.
Okay, bye.
Be good.
Hello, Bob. How you doing?
Fine, Kirk.
I'm glad to see you on the new radio station, and you seem to be holding up well. Now, I'm a night worker, and I only just got up. So I'm not 100% up to speed on what's going on, but it sounds like you're bashing on your favorite group, the National Federation for Decency. And what have they been up to recently?
Well, what they have been up to recently is we received a call here at the radio station yesterday from Tupelo, Mississippi, their national headquarters, threatening to file complaints with the FCC because I gave out their phone number.
Was it a unlisted number?
Of course not.
They haven't got a leg to stand on.
Of course not.
It's a matter of public record.
Of course it is.
Have they made any other complaints about you? They were threatening to do a number of things, not the least of which was to sell off your firstborn male child.
Oh, exactly. Well, I still wait with breathless anticipation a copy of the actual complaint. So until I have that in my hand.
If the day you get a document from them that reads, comes before you now, I will fall off my perch. I think they're all wind. Unfortunately, there's too many people that are willing to listen to their wind.
Not that many, but the people who are willing to listen to the wind are very, very active people. They are people with a passion for their cause.
That's what matters.
And they will work tirelessly and effortlessly.
That's what matters.
Giving the illusion of great numbers of people, and it's just a handful of people.
Now, you mentioned you gave out phone numbers and addresses and so forth?
No, I haven't given out addresses yet.
Oh. But if I remember back when you were working for Plop, you were talking and investigating these people, and didn't they change their local address or something?
Well, it was a post office box. I got many reports of people saying that the letters were just returned unopened. I assume, don't know this for a fact, but I assume that what they did is they just opened the post office box, took all the letters, and rather than go through the time and trouble of opening them, and because I had suggested that people write legitimately.
All the people that they knew were friends.
Right.
A letter saying that we've got a new post office box, and after a certain date, anything coming to the old post office box will be refused.
That's probably what happened, because what I suggested that people do was get in touch with them in the guise of being serious about an inquiry and asking them to send information, which would have cost them a fortune.
Oh, well, if they keep shooting their mouths off, they're probably going to attract the attention of the Pinellas County Pagan League.
It would be nice. Thanks,
I don't think they'd like to have half a dozen covens on their front door.
Thank you much.
Bye-bye.
But I'd have to vote for the National Federation of Dimwits. I think that one is probably leading the bunch, but he leads up to that very well. And I'll be ready to picket. I think we ought to picket the United Truck Masters where he works instead of his home. But wherever you say, just announce it. I'll be there.
And if you missed the controversy, yesterday the National Federation of Decency alerted Dick Norman, our program manager, that they would file a complaint against Bob Lassiter. And so the NFD is after Mr. Bob, and we're going to find out what happens. This thing probably will get a lot more interesting as the days go by.